decision making statements, that is if else. And if else is almost similar to if. The purpose of if else is also used to check a condition and see whether it is true or false. In case of if the condition is true, then the block is executed. Otherwise, the execution of block is skipped. And if else is a bit extinction to if, that's all. Here, the syntax looks like this. If condition body statements, close this, else body statements, close this. So here an else block follows the if block, that's all. And one more thing, always you should declare a condition with if block only. It's not possible to put directly condition with else block. It's illegal. Even if you want to put condition with else, then an if must be declared with the else part. That is very important. Anyhow, we'll talk about it in the nested if else or else if ladder. But as of now, this is syntax of if else. Here what happens? If condition is true, then if block is executed. If block is executed. If condition is false, then else block is executed. And that's what happens here, nothing more than that. Instead of multiple else, multiple if, this will simplify our requirement. So, I hope you got an idea about what is that if else. Now programs are as usual because the same thing. The way we work with if or if else is almost similar, but with small change in syntax. Now, implement the same programs which I had asked you for if statement, for multiple if and nested if. Implement all these programs using if else. I hope you can do that. Is it clear to all of you? So my dear friends, stop this video. Pause it for a few minutes, solve these programs, come back to this and again find the solutions to implement using if else. So I'm just continuing with this now. And here we have different forms of if else here. That is same thing. Again here also we have if else. That is called simple if else. Again we can have multiple if else, means more than one if else. Same like multiple if. Again we have nested if else, or you can say that as else if ladder otherwise. Else if ladder. I hope this is clear. Now implement these programs what I had just shown you with if else and multiple if else. And we'll discuss about else if ladder once after we finish this discussion. The programs are very simple. So I'm just showing you how to find greatest of two numbers using if else. Here take two numbers, a equal to 10, b equal to 5, 50. And if a greater than b, then a is big. Then simply what is that? Here just write down else b is big and then close this. Over. I hope you got clarity on this now. Is it clear, my dear friends? This is how to find greatest of two numbers. Clear now? Got it? That's all. Now if a is bigger, then you get a is big here. If this condition is true, you get this output. And if it is false, you get output from else block. That's it. Very simple. Now let me run this. Obviously 10 is less than 50. Means this condition is false. Then else block is executed. Let me run this. Now you can see here you got output as b is big. I hope this is clear. Now change the value, make this as 100 and again run this program. Then you get the output as a is big. Can you see the difference? That's all. Do the same for even for the other programs like even or odd, leap year or not, gender, everything you can do. without any difficulty. So let's see this now. Again, I'll just show you how to implement even or odd. If a percentile 2 equal to 0, then it's very simple. A is even. Otherwise, what is that? A is odd. That's it. I hope this is clear. Similarly, you can run this now. 100 is even number, and it will show this A is even because 100 is divisible by 2. So you get the output from the if block. If I give 101, you get output from the else block because this condition is false here. I hope this is clear, my dear friends. That's all. Now, again, do the same for leap year. I think you can solve all that. It's not big deal because it's almost same adding else part if that's all. Hope it's clear. Still, if you want any solution from that, just post your question in my comment block. Then definitely I'll respond. I'll just give the solution there itself. That's not a big issue for us. This is an interactive session. I would like to make sure that the users get the maximum information from me, and I want my students or those who are listening to these videos to be the best in coding. For that, I want to provide whatever the support you want. I hope this is clear. So thank you very much, my dear friends. Thanks for listening to this now. Next one, we are going to discuss about, I think this is about if else. You can do the same for multiple if else. Declaring more than one if else means you can check more than one logic at a time. You can check whether a number is even or odd. Also, you can find greatest of two numbers with multiple if that's possible. I hope this is clear. There is nothing too much to talk about this. Suppose this is even or odd. And one more, you can check again the same thing for leap year also. Means you can put one more if else for that. Suppose I'll take one more logic, x equal to 10, y equal to 5. Now I can check greatest of two numbers. If x greater than y, then what is that? System.out.println x is bigger. Which is bigger? X is big. Else, what is that, my dear friends? System.out.println y is big. Which is bigger? Y is big. That's all, my dear friends. I hope you got clarity. Multiple if means more than one if else. That's all. There is nothing too difficult in that. So this will check whether A is even or not. This will check greatest of two numbers. Got clarity? Even you can do this again for one more thing again. So that's all about what is that? Multiple if else, more than one if else. Similarly, now I would like to talk about else if ladder. What is this? Or if nested if else. It's very simple. Else if ladder means the syntax looks like this. When I talk about else if ladder, it's like this. It's very simple. It is used to check a condition after condition. When you have multiple conditions, if you want to validate multiple conditions in a requirement. So how do you do that? Let's see the syntax first, then we'll see an example. The syntax of else if ladder is this. If condition 1, of course, opening bracer, statements, closing bracer, else if condition 2, opening bracer, statements, closing bracer, and continue. Keep doing this. Control V, and this keeps going. You don't need to say Control V, put dot dot dot. Enough. Here again, what is that? Here, what is that? Condition 2, condition 3. This keep going. You can put as many conditions as possible. That's your wish. There's no restriction on that. Now finally, dot 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 dot, and if you want, you can add an else block at the end. But trust me, this is not mandatory. It's an optional thing. If you think it is required, you put it. Otherwise, it's not necessary. So let me explain the execution flow now. You have number of conditions here. What happens now? What is the execution flow of this? If condition is the execution flow is like this. If condition 1 is true, execute this block. Else if condition 2 is true, means else if means if this is false, then this is executed. Then control comes to this. If this is false, else if condition 2 is true, execute this. Else if condition 3 is true, execute this. I hope this is clear. Means what is that? If condition 1 is false, execute first block. Sorry, if condition 1 is false, execute second block. And if second condition 2 is false, execute third block. Means what happens here is if a condition is true, then it will execute the block and terminate the execution there. Otherwise, go to the next block. Suppose if all these conditions are false, then the else block is executed. This is the execution flow of what is that? Else if ladder. I hope this is clear to all of you, my dear friends. Got clarity on this? Now I would like to ask you to implement a program using else if ladder. So the program is very simple. Program to find greatest of 3 numbers. Greatest of 3 numbers. Already we had done this in the previous video. And now I want you to implement this with the else if ladder. We had done this with multiple if. We had done this with nested if. And the same thing we are trying to understand with multiple if. Else if ladder. So let me show you how to implement this. It's very simple and easy. Just follow the syntax, that's all. Just follow the syntax. Here, take 3 numbers. I'm removing all this now. Take 3. You know how. We should declare 3 variables here. Maybe A, B, C, X, Y, Z, M, N, X, something like that. I'm taking A, B, C, A equal to 10, comma B equal to 5, comma C equal to 2. That's it. Now I am implementing same greatest of 3 numbers using else if ladder. How? Same thing. If A greater than B and A greater than C, then system.out.println A is big. Suppose if you want to display the value also, combine the string with the variable using concatenation operator, that is plus. I hope this is clear. Again, so this will validate whether A is bigger or not. The second block, else if B greater than C, then just copy paste this here. Of course, you can type it if you want. B is big. Then what is that? Print B. I hope this is clear. Now here you'll be wondering, most of the students when I see them, they write the condition as B greater than A and B greater than C when you are in the very beginning. But later on, of course, you get corrected. You will correct that. But how? It's very simple. You compared A with B here. Means when you compare A with B, is that B is compared to A or not? Yes. That's all, friends. Again, you don't need to compare B with A. And if you are comparing, nothing will happen. It's correct. There is nothing wrong with that. But you are unnecessarily going for one more comparison. That's it. But it's not a crime. Don't think you are committing a crime. No problem with that. So that's it. I hope you got clarity or not. Simple, right? If you compare A with B, B is compared with A. Again, you don't need to compare again saying that B greater than A. It's enough. Just specify B greater than C. Then here you validated B. And the remaining is C. Now this will check for A, this will check for B. And take one more block, else system.out.println. What is that? C is big. because the leftover is C. Then you just say that C is big over, my dear friends. This is how to find greatest of three numbers using else if ladder. But if you observe the execution flow, it's very clear. If the first condition is true, then this doesn't get executed. If condition 1 is false, this is false, then you come to this point. If both these are false, then you come to else point. I hope this is clear. And in this way, else if ladder simplifies the job of validating multiple conditions. The same thing you can do with multiple if, but the difference is in multiple if a condition is validated every time. I mean, all the conditions are validated even if it is true or false. But here it's not like that. If the first one is true, then the JVM doesn't validate remaining two. Means you are improving the performance. This is the advantage of else if ladder comparative to multiple if. I hope this is clear. In multiple if you implement the same program, even if condition is true or false, each and every condition is validated, but here it's not. Here once if condition is true, then it doesn't go to the next if. That's all over. It's done. I hope this is clear to all of you, my dear friends. Thank you very much. This is idea about decision making statements. Trust me, we had discussed about decision making very in detail about each and every case. Now I'll give a small requirement. Why don't you implement that, my dear friends? Here just another program. Write a program to find grades of a student taking marks as inputs. Maybe you can take three subjects or 6 subjects, it's your choice. Then you should find grades, and here you should take all the marks, total them and find average. Then the requirement is this: if average is greater than or equal to 75, then it's grade A. If average greater than or equal to 60 and average less than 75, B grade. Similarly, C and D grades. Average greater than or equal to 50 and average less than 60, then it is a C grade. Then if average greater than or equal to 40 and average less than 50, it is D grade. Else fail. That's it. This is the requirement, friends. Almost the logic is there on the notepad. You just need to take marks and then find total and find average. That's all. That's it. I hope this is clear to all of you. Okay, with this we are done with decision making statements. Try to solve this. If anybody have any issue, just put me a question in my comment section. Even I will ask you, or my team is going to answer you. Thank you for listening to this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to this video. Please